Is it happening? Is it all
Says
happening?
It's on air.
Come on, YouTube, catch up. Oh, there it is. As soon as we go live, I'm like, oh, I gotta mute. Making bodily sounds.
Yeah.
Welcome to Grawlix Nights, the Grawlix Podcast live show. I'm Randy.
I'm Jesse.
Melanie's somewhere in the other room. Melanie's about. That sounds like a lie. She hasn't been on the show for a while. I'm like, she's in the other room, I swear.
No, she's there. She's there. She's creeping about.
She is creeping about.
Actually, she's in your house right now.
Yep. Melanie is inside each and every one of us.
That's right. Just a little piece. Like nanobots.
She'll maybe bless us with an appearance at some point today.
Ooh, if you're good.
Yes.
Put out some milk and cookies for the Melanie.
Melanie is the new Santa, which is going to be a change because she hates Christmas. So things are going to have to change. She's going to be the new Santa.
Listen, you're going to have to start pulling your weight, kids.
Right. Gifts are only for...
Your job is to put cookies and a sock up. You gotta do a little more.
That's not gonna cut it in the age of Melanie Santa, Melanie Claus.
What is this stream for? It's for us.
You know, it's so funny. The other day I was thinking, we don't know gets about anime. We don't know gets like weird things like that from the podcast. Still, they'll randomly, especially gets that randomly will pop in my head fairly frequently. We don't know gets about anything. Who is this
about podcasting? Which is weird to say because that's all you do.
Is all I do. Yeah, no kidding. And I feel like I'm worse at it the more I do it. Yeah, we're just winging it tonight. We'll talk about some random things, some fun things, but we're just hanging out, chilling on YouTube. Ooh, like a hangout. You know, I've talked about it a lot the last couple of years because doing the live streams, and I'm like, the whole live stream thing is still weird to me because even the most popular live streamers, you'll watch them and like they're just hanging out for like hours.
Yeah.
There's no like pressing need to like deliver a bunch of great content. I'm not that they're not delivering some type of content, but like there's no sense of urgency. They're just like there. And that is so weird to me. Sorry.
Half the time they're just like awkwardly waiting for the chat to give them something they can react at.
Right. And that's so weird to me. So I try to get used to like not having to fill every second of silence with voice, which is something like on podcast. You got to keep it going. Got to keep it entertaining.
Sure.
And anything that's not entertaining will get cut in the edit anyway.
Yeah.
Whew. Still can't learn to
like
turn
that.
My phone off. Still can't learn to turn my phone off.
Like phone sound.
But I tell you what, maybe the time not to do that, just like hangout vibe, is when we're not even doing video on a YouTube. We're just doing audio only stream.
Yeah, that's true.
Well.
That's true.
Oh well. I don't want to be on video right now. All right.
I'm good with that. I have wet hair for those of you who can imagine what my wet hair looks like.
Mine is a little bit too. I just got out of the shower like within the last hour or so.
Yeah. It's got to get dry before bedtime or else I'll wake up with some crazy hair.
Right. See, this is what live streaming's about.
That's right.
You're talking about.
If we were on TikTok right now, y'all would be talking about hair and makeup anyhow.
It's true.
Isn't that what most TikTok is now?
I don't know if I've deleted. I was never like I think I created 2 or 3 accounts. I had a personal account, Super Science, and I think I made a Grawlix account and posted maybe twice, 3 times to each of them, and then just never used it because I don't use TikTok. And I don't think I've deleted my accounts, but I might have at some point in the recent future where it's just like
Well, sure, because they were gonna like shut down TikTok 2 or 3 times anyhow. So
Right, and it's like, well, who's in control of that now? Oh, I don't really need another far right tech guru. I don't need to feed another far right tech guru's platform. But I don't really know what the situation with TikTok is. I mean, obviously, it didn't start as that, but did
yeah,
some American companies swing in and then like
somebody did.
for
Somebody
at
did.
least for
I
over
don't. But
here?
I don't know to what degree
Right.
it's impacted anything. Or, but it probably has. I mean,
And
people were saying it was certain content was throttled, but it was like, man, that's just the way it always is like some kind of update happens and then all of a sudden the algorithm and they all like, oh, I noticed that everything that has to do with this is shadow banned. Maybe. I
right,
don't know.
right. Yeah, yeah. So and and honestly, if it was like TikTok was a thing, was TikTok thing a thing 10 years ago? When I was still a motivated online content creator type wannabe person, maybe I'd put more effort into it, but like
Sure.
I can't be
It
bothered.
really blew up around 2020. It really blew up when
Right.
everybody was stuck at home. It was hot a little before that too, but it was like the rapid encrapification of TikTok happened with the pandemic because
You're
it's
right.
like, oh, everybody's home and all they can do is consume and make content. So suddenly like, oh, well, what was working okay as far as a creator fund changed and so like it got bigger and yet, like there was less money to go around and then they had to like, change the algorithm several times and
I will say COVID was not good for anything,
right.
but but in terms of my personal business, that
Oh,
era
I
was
bet.
not bad for me.
Sure.
Everybody's
Sure.
making content, and I am a person who edits content. Like it was not terrible. I had a
Sure.
lot of work that, especially that year, but um, that's another thing. Everything sucks right now. Everything's weird. Everything.
Hmm.
The did you say instrumentation?
No, I said encrapification.
Okay, well, I just did, and
I
I'm sorry
changed it.
about that. Okay,
But I
well,
mean, that's the real term. I'm
the
dancing around the real term. So,
well, I shouldn't even had the encrapification of like literally everything right now. Everything. Every
mhm.
social media platform, YouTube, like not YouTube's been on a
Even Blue
decline.
Sky's already starting.
Blue Sky, like everything, every time there's an update to anything digital in my life, I approach it as like, what now? Because it's never anything that makes it better. It's
Right.
for the most part. I mean, there's a few exceptions, a few programs I use where the developers are still like good, not evil, not evil
Sure.
and
Sure.
pure working purely out of greed. Um, but those are very few and far in between. And in terms of like online services, it doesn't seem to exist anywhere
Yeah.
online. But or even in the hardware, I don't like it. And of course, the economy stuff, like
Oh, yeah.
businesses in terms of my personal business right now is not the best time. 2020 was okay. Right now it's not
Sure.
great. Everybody's like purse strings are tightening. And yeah, man. What are we talking about? How did we get here?
How Thursdays can get bent.
They really can. They really can. Not to say there's struggles going on. I mean, there's always struggles going on, but it's fine right now.
It's interesting. Since we're talking about this, I just recently had Free Comic Book Day. Like last weekend was Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
And I did gangbusters because I think that like also the world kind of and the economy kind of there's like this underlying vibe of like things are getting bad. So screw it.
Oh,
Like I
interesting.
feel like there's also a lot of people out there that are like that. And I actually made a fair amount of money this last weekend and I wasn't expecting to because I have not experienced that in conventions, but I have slowly seen a creep like that, where it's like, who cares? I'm going to buy 5 of these things because I
Interesting.
need this right now.
That would be an interesting study to do in case of like a what industries are experiencing something like that, where spending isn't necessarily all that much down because isn't taking as big of a hit because people are like maybe a little bit of the escapism, and also
Mm-hmm.
yeah, people are like, yeah, screw it.
And it might have been the promise of these free comics too. You know, like
Oh,
I'm
sure.
literally a couple feet away from the books that are free. So like they walk in and they get a bunch of things that are free, and now they're like, well, I got this money still. I might as well buy some art, I guess.
Free comic book day, like I was saying last time we streamed, maybe I think it was like, man, especially in comparison to like coming off of record store day, like they got it right. That is the right way to do it.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, because if the free comic book day, if it was run like record store day, all the exclusive free comic book day comics would be like $40 instead of free.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
and they'd be it'd be a lot of artificial scarcity and a lot of variance, which is already a thing in comics, of course, but it'd be really
Sure.
ramped up. Yeah, I don't know. The free comic book day. Not, I get that you can't just give away a lot of free product, most companies, but
Right.
uh, free comic book day is where it's at.
Yeah. Well, and you know, like it's fun. Like there are comics for like literally anybody kind of thing. Like it's almost like it's almost like a zine culture in some regards, because like was it a couple of years back where I there were some like creator owned things on the table too, you know, like Image had some things for free comic book day or
Right.
something like that. And then like this year I grabbed a Garfield I grabbed a Garfield thing that was on the table because I was just like, you know, it's Garfield.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, if I like it, I like it. And if I don't, I don't. Whatever. Last year, there was something from Def Leppard. What a
Really?
weird thing to find on the table. Yeah.
Yeah.
This year, my big pull was there's a new Greatest American Hero series going to be starting. It's just a mini series, but yeah, they released a free comic book day issue for that, and I read that. That's the only one I read cover to cover, and I was shocked because almost always they just do the retelling of the origin story or whatever. And this is like Ralph's been gone for a while on the ship, and he comes back and tries to reconnect with his son and his granddaughter, and they're like, "You just left us." It was like, "Oh man," and we're like, "You think you're a superhero?" Da 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 da. You know, like that kind of thing. And it's like, this is crazy because it's what does it remind me of? It reminds me of something, but it's like, wouldn't all that? It's like the Doctor Who effect, where it's like,
Yeah.
wouldn't all that be like documented? You know, I mean, I guess in the show he's kind of doing it low key. It's not like, but I mean, like I think at a certain point he kind of came out of the darkness. So maybe that was just for the Greatest American Heroine that never happened.
Okay. Okay.
This is a terrible title. This is a terrible title. Probably that's probably why it didn't work.
Right.
You know,
Right. It's
the
not a
Greatest
great
American
time.
Heroine.
Out of context,
Ooh,
it's not great. Yeah.
yeah. But no, it's like old man. It's like old man Ralph. He's still got the suit, but he looks old, and yeah, and he's doing some things because he still doesn't know how it works. I'm like, come on, you you were up there with the green guys, which is what they called them on the show, uh, for how long, and you didn't just like get a book, get another instruction manual. But I mean, that's the magic of the show, is that Ralph never knew what he was doing.
Right. Right.
But he's like still doing things like teleporting by accident. I was like, oh yeah, see, I didn't have the instruction book, so I've never really done that. So well, now I know how to do it.
Uh. Yeah.
So there's some comics and old school TV for you. YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube. Not Helix Rock Radio though.
No, this show's not political.
Maybe it wasn't political enough.
No, maybe that's why. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
If only we're unshackled now, guys. Not really, because
not
YouTube
really.
throttles stuff that's political.
Sure. I just say 86 all the numbers. 86
Oh,
7.
don't you be selling seashells down at the seashore.
Oh man.
I had to, I mean, like, that was the thing. I was like, are you kidding me right now? We are literally going to indict him again, this time for seashells on the seashore.
Yep.
Literally. Nope, I guess. Our taxpayer money at work. The Department of Justice.
Just you know, put it to anything except for anything that would actually be useful to normal Americans. It's fine.
Like a ballroom, which we weren't going to pay for, but now we're going to pay probably $1 billion for.
Yeah, now it's over
Not
twice
political.
the cost, and we're paying for it apparently.
Yeah.
Where'd that Amazon money contribution go?
Oh, now it's going to go to like what? Plates or something, you know, like
Right.
it's still, that money's still going somewhere, but it's not going to us, because you know, like that's the people's house. We can't go in the ballroom. You're not going to be able to go in the ballroom, especially when there's a ball.
Right. And that's the whole purpose of the room. It's the ballroom.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, because I swear there's not a single set of balls in Washington.
Oh,
political humor. Oh.
There we go.
Political commentary right there. Biting. Not Biden. Biting.
Oh no. Oh, that's the new one. What if well, at least we don't have Biden. At least this isn't Biden. What if this happened under Biden? It was like, that's a slippery slope, guys. Like, that's Fox News's new thing. It's like, what if Biden was president? Well, I don't think we'd have tariffs. I don't think we'd have
right.
We wouldn't have an RFK shutting down things like the vitamin K shot. You know,
I hate it.
Yeah.
We don't need to fall down that rabbit hole.
No, we probably shouldn't. We should walk away from that hole.
I did watch an interesting movie. Melanie and I are not caught up on some of the stuff Jesse is. Like The Boys. If I'd have thought about it, I'd make sure we were caught up on The Boys so we could talk about it this week, but we'll get caught up. And Daredevil. We did watch a movie the other day that was kind of interesting.
Oh, hey.
Called Dust Bunny. And it's such a weird mix. First off, I don't think I've ever. Was it written and directed by Brian Fuller, who is a name who's pretty popular, I think, in maybe the TV space. He did like Pushing Daisies, I think, which was a popular show. Kind of a weird off-kilter thing. Anyway, it's basically if you're familiar with The City of the Lost Children, or I don't know, think of any like weird, whimsical, visually stylized children's, like dark fantasy children's show. Combine that with Leon the Professional, or
Harry Potter meets The Professional.
Harry Potter meets The Professional, or John Wick. Throw a little John Wick in there.
Wow.
What is it rated? I think it's PG-13, but it goes kind of hard. It was good. It was really good. And it's something that was not like, it's recent, but I don't remember ever hearing about it. It was just one of those that popped up on, I don't know, HBO or some streaming service. And I was like, oh, okay, what's this? Let's try this. It's got Mads Mikkelsen, Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, it was good. It's a recommend. I don't really have much to say about it other than it was visually very stylish, and I appreciated it. And it took some surprising turns, but kind of the basic setup, the basic premise is this little girl's parents. This little girl lives next to basically a hitman. She figures out he's like a hitman because she follows him one night and sees him attacking what she thinks is a monster, but it's a bunch of like dudes in like a Chinese dragon thing. And there's like this big fight scene, but she witnesses it from like a rooftop and she sees like him fighting a dragon, right? So then her parents get eaten by a monster, so she tries to hire him to kill the monster. And of course he's like, there's no monster, but like your parents are definitely gone and I'm a hitman, so whoever came and got them was probably looking for me, blah blah blah. And it goes from there, and it's very interesting. So it's a recommend.
Dust bunnies, huh?
Dust Bunny, yep.
That's a wild title.
Right.
For what you just described, like, oh, huh. I'm sure there's a reason that ties in, but
I don't think we were live yet when we were talking about it, but we were talking about the shows that like walk that line. I don't know if you'd really want. I don't think I can call this a kid's movie, but it's such a weird tone because it is PG-13.
Was it Norwegian?
No,
because the Norwegians, they like to scare kids.
That's true. That's true.
Rare Exports. I think that's a kid's movie.
Rare Exports, but it probably. I can't. You're right. Over the ocean, on the other side of the ocean, their kids programming, it can be a little a little hardcore.
Sure. Well, I think they just know that life is hard, so they just let the kids know right away.
That's
true.
Just,
like you can drink sooner, you can do all sorts of things overseas sooner. You're like, listen, it's tough if you go out there in during Yule and you don't know, and you're not doing the right thing. The Yule cat's gonna eat you.
Right. This isn't fair.
Be a dead horse there's going to be a dead horse that's going to knock on the door, and you better have some clothing to give to it. Like
right.
A dead horse, like a horse skeleton thing. I don't even know what that one's called, but like, that's like literally a thing. Like you better give it some clothing or shoes or something.
I do love that. Yeah. There was, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. There was a foreign moody detective murder show that Melanie and I were watching for a while. I'm pretty sure it came to an end, but every season the killer had like the killer for the season. I can't remember I think each season focused on a different like killer, but there were usually ties to like local folklore. That was stuff like that. And it's so good and creepy and weird.
Yeah,
it's like it's not fairy tale, it's documentary. You're gonna get skinned alive if you don't behave. Skinned alive by some type of
it's
deer
like Dexter,
man.
But it's for you and your cousins. So shape up.
He's a head of a deer, body of a man, and he's not wearing clothes, and he's gonna get you. Stay out of the forest.
Catch you. He's a naked horseman.
He's a naked horseman. That's definitely not going to create any weird fetishes as you grow up.
Hashtag in the future.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Dust Bunny. Sure, watch that.
That's awesome. Oh.
Yeah.
I bet, other than the things that we can't talk about really, or we will talk about in the future, basically I have watched Dimension 20. That would have been a lot of us to just edit out right there. But anyways, yeah, Dimension 20, I've been watching the new series, which is City Council of Darkness, and it's delightful. It's so funny and fun because it's just them sandboxing around. And like I told you in a chat, I was like, there's this one scene like very early on, like second episode, where they're stuck in the suburbs basically, and Murph is playing the superhero Nosferatu,
Right.
and Axford is playing basically the sidekick, which is called Bat Child. She believes she's a ghost bat, and not a vampire, but she's a vampire. And they're doing their like superhero thing, and they're jumping from house to house, and he just rolls badly. Like this is if these guys know anything, it's that they shouldn't roll for jumping.
No.
Since season 1,
Yep.
rolling for jumping on things has never gone well for them, and especially for Murph. So he botches it and just goes like straight through a roof, and Brennan is just a master at just taking something like that just happened because of the dice and turning it into a whole thing.
Right.
And there's this whole thing where this guy comes out and he's just like yelling about like the fact that there must be squirrels on the roof, and Beth, did you get the squirrel trap? Did you set up the squirrel trap? And Murph and Emily just roll with it, and they're just like, we didn't like his tone. So they're superheroes, and they just assume that he's a bad dude, and it just becomes this whole thing, and it's so funny. And it's this group of vampires that basically botched things so badly in San Francisco that they're like forced to be in Perby, Oregon, and they have to take over the town, and there's all these weird things they're slowly like discovering. But otherwise, Perby is this super boring suburb. But you get a lot of like, you get a lot of vampire stuff, and then you get a lot of like weird things that they discover along the way. And Perby, Oregon seems to be like a town that's slowly dying, and then that kind of ties into the whole vampire theme because vampires are already dead. I'm just vamping, literally. I'm literally vamping because of the Melanie effect that's happening right here.
Yeah, I like that. That's what I inspire.
Come say hello.
Hello.
You are still here.
I am. I'm alive. I'm not really.
Melanie's alive.
And he only lets me out.
She's not a vampire.
When you have to tell him I'm not hidden away, when you have to tell him that that's not the case, that I don't just let you out once in a while, it makes them think maybe that is the case.
I know.
Especially after we just talked about like dark Norwegian fairy tales.
Yeah, the cool kind.
Yep.
The kind they're like, if somebody's making out with you while you're asleep, that's not a Prince Charming.
Right.
Oh, did you wake up in the middle of the night and there was a tongue in your mouth? That was Satan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just needed to grab something, but I'm
busy.
I'm busying myself with all the things that I would normally do if I didn't have a crazy job that I have to spend a billion hours at.
Yeah. Okay.
Something a house husband could do if you wanted to be a house husband.
Sure is.
Okay.
You made it weird.
Do you want to do science later? Do you want me to call you for science?
Sure. I'll look something up real quick.
You don't have to. I was just asking.
No, that's fine. I don't know if I'm gonna be in the house the whole time though.
It don't matter.
I'll look something up, and if I'm in the house, yell at me, and I will come in.
Okay.
Well, that was amazing.
Wait till she leaves the room and then set her up for the science thing. All right. House husband. Come on now.
That sounds like a dark fairy tale right there.
I do need to start bringing home more bacon, or else she's going to be winning.
Oh no, not in this economy.
I've become used to bringing home bacon. That's not true. She always like we always kind of split the work, but it sounds like house husband. I had lots of thoughts, but I don't think any of them were really Grawlix appropriate, so I didn't let them out. Which reminds me, man, D20, the improv skills on all of them. Like, I admire that. Like, I couldn't. If you've listened to the show for any amount of times, you know I probably couldn't.
Anytime anything goes wrong, we just roll with it, right? We don't let it stop us and completely derail anything. It's fine. We're good. That flexibility.
Right. We don't dwell on it for then like 20 minutes.
Oh no, we're not still rolling out bad inside jokes about the one time one guy said something about Wu-Tang Clan.
That's like yeah. That's no kidding. All you have to do, listen, there are fewer shows online that you listener that a single person can impact as much as this show. You could be one guy who left a bad review because you didn't like a one-off comment about Red Man and Method Man, or you could say we don't know ish about Ghost in the Shell and become forever part of our lexicon. All you have to do, just one comment, just leave one comment.
That's right. There's good advice out there about like you're not supposed to let the audience like impact you this well, right? Like you're supposed to just let it roll right off your back. I mean, like it's well storied, advice that everyone gives. And you know what we do with that advice? We ignore it completely.
And we enshrine, we forever pay tribute to those one-off those negative comments that we're supposed to ignore. Right. We will never let them go.
No, we love them. we kind of do. We kind of do. It's like how we process it, but like we never let it go though. So we don't
ever let it go. That's true.
We don't truly process it. We internalize it. We say, who is this stream for?
To be fair, I think that is maybe a healthier way to handle negative, constructive criticism online, is to then like just grab a hold of it and never let go for years and put it out there and be like, haha, this is our identity now. You don't know yet.
That's right. You want to be part of the show? You're part of the show.
Wu-Tang for the Children is now forever associated with a bad review we had in our minds.
That's right.
Stuff like that, then to like let it actually like emotionally hit us, or to like look at it and then just swallow it down with everything else. I feel like it's good to like deal with it.
Yeah. Otherwise you turn into Billy Butcher.
Yeah.
And then you have literal like super snakes or whatever, which is the nicest way to say his power.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I need to catch up. We're 2 episodes behind on that right now on The Boys.
It's good. I mean, shocker, spoilers. They've been good. They've been good ones.
I have been watching on my own time Go Loser Ranger, which is an anime, and what it looked like to me was like a goofy Power Ranger spoof, right?
Yeah.
It's Go Loser Rangers. There's like a whole team they're the Dragon Keepers, but they're also Rangers. Of course, they're not the Power Rangers or anything like that.
No, that'd be.
But they totally like. There's the red, green, whatever. They're the Rangers. And so I threw it on one night. I was like, this. I heard good things about this. Looks interesting. And I think kind of the premise is, well, whatever. It doesn't matter what I thought the premise was. Getting into it, it is still like it's meta. It's a little goofy, but also like then it kind of goes into the boys' territory a little bit, to where like the Red Ranger, who's kind of the leader of the group, will just without a thought, murder his sidekick because he's slightly annoyed. Like, it's got some grit to it, which I was very surprised by. But the main character is a duster who is essentially a putty.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And so, like, in this version, the putties are like some aliens come to Earth, monsters come to Earth, and early on, the Rangers like killed all the boss monsters, so that at least this is the initial premise. So that all that's left are these duster monsters, the fighters, which are basically the putties. Who the boss monsters created just basically to like whatever. To you've seen Power Rangers, it's to be the goons, to be the like faceless, like throw them at them.
Fodder.
Yeah. But that's all that's
keep
left.
them busy while we get ready for the next thing.
Right.
Or maybe we can surprise attack them with numbers.
Right. So after the boss monsters are gone, the humans and the putties that are remaining, the dusters that are remaining, make a truce so that every Sunday the dusters come down. One of them disguises themselves as some like random new monster, and they basically have like a WWE. It's not WWE. It's like a fight, but they have like a staged fight for people, and they basically turned it into like a live event television show every Sunday.
They monetized it.
Right. So that's the premise. But of course, one of the dusters is not happy with it because, like I said, the Rangers aren't really good guys, and they're essentially been in like this kind of slave situation for 13 years now, where they've got to go and get beat every Sunday. And the dusters are like, for the most part, immortal. Like, you can destroy them and they'll just like reconstitute, unless you destroy them with like, but the Rangers do have weapons that can actually kill them permanently.
Sure.
But yeah, so one of the dusters is like, I'm done with this, and disguises himself as a human and is trying to like get into the Rangers himself and whatever. But it was just one that was kind of surprising, and even though it's anime, I feel like it's close enough to things that maybe a Grawlix listener might be into. So go Loser Ranger, pretty decent, at least
what
the
is
first
it on?
season.
Is it on?
I'm watching it on on Hulu, actually. I think it's on Hulu. It might be on Crunchyroll.
I was just say, I think I've seen this on Disney Plus, and that makes sense because Hulu's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, Hulu and Disney Plus. You can watch it on those. Pretty decent.
All right.
There's some humor, not as much humor as I thought, but also like I wasn't expecting any of the boy style grittiness to where, and it also is like the Power Rangers are like a superhero team, and not that they don't have like aren't powerful, but like it's also a lot of production, and there's a whole like entertainment industry built around it. So it's very much The Boys, or another show that I watched a while ago, To Be Hero X, where it's like, very corpo vibe,
corporate hero.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's something I watched fairly recently. Yeah.
I don't know that there's anything else I've done, other than the big two there. And Dimension 20. Which again, I'll just say is good.
I'm farther behind on Daredevil, but how has Daredevil been so far?
Well, it's over now, so it was good.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's another thing. It's like I don't want to get into it too much because I spoiled the whole thing. I liked it. It'll be. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to color your opinion.
You don't want to shade my.
I don't think it'll. I don't think it's going to change too much for you from your opinion of first season, which is it's good, and also you kind of wish and miss the groundedness of the Netflix series. I think you'll feel more of that in this one, even. But I will say, this won't be a surprise to you because I've already kind of said it, that Bullseye really gets some good focus in this season, and I really like what they've done with the character, because they've been able to keep it true to him and also make him kind of like the comic character a little bit, where
Okay.
like he's becoming more unhinged, and it's like, well, yeah, but his character was so like buttoned up, kind of, um in the Netflix series. He's like, the reason that he is the way he is because of his OCD, like next level OCD.
Right.
And in this, it's like dude's fraying, like he's a dude that's, his systems aren't exactly holding him together anymore. And yeah, just working for people isn't working anymore. So you start to see the cracks, and he starts to make some decisions that are like a little more erratic based on what you would think he would maybe do. He has some interesting leaps in logic and whatnot, or his version of logic. Like, if I do this, it balances the scales. I was like, that's a terrible
Right.
plan. And how in the world would that balance anything, And it's so good. It's so good to watch. So there's a lot going on. They bring in so many characters in. But they never like lay it on so heavy that it's unwatchable, Like, sometimes you can do that where it's like,
Sure.
there's just way too much going on. You can't even keep track of it. And there is a lot going on, and it is hard to keep track of, but they do keep you invested somehow.
Right. A while ago, I can't remember even the name of the fan edit. I did watch, to kind of get back in the vibe of Daredevil without committing the time to entire seasons of the Netflix show. There's several fan edits where of the Netflix series, is the Netflix Marvel series, where it cuts them down, not into not like a full season into a movie, but maybe a couple movies, trims, like streamlines some of it.
Wait, you mean the whole Elektra hand thing might be a little convoluted?
Yeah. And I definitely sought out ones that kind of didn't put as much focus on that, or at least, I mean, you can't avoid it. It's kind of important to the plot, but
Right.
yeah, streamlined that whole thing.
Yeah.
And they were good. But I think I fell off. Maybe I watched all the Daredevil ones. I was gonna watch some of the Luke
The
Cage
other
ones,
characters,
but I
like
didn't get
Jessica
around to it.
Jones would be a good one to really streamline as well.
Yeah.
Because the third season was like, it wasn't bad, but it was like, this didn't need to be a full season. This could have been a mini series.
Right. And the Defenders, I think there's probably a couple, but I think I did watch one that was basically a long movie, but a movie cut of the Defenders miniseries, which makes sense. And I mean, it wasn't the longest. I don't even remember how many episodes. It wasn't the longest miniseries, but it cut down just fine. It cut down fine.
Sure.
To a longish movie length, and it's maybe a little stronger for it. But what was I just thinking about? I noticed on YouTube we had a comment. I don't know who this person is, obviously.
Oh, hey.
Let me see if I can look at it again. Maybe this isn't
ready
even
to be infamous.
Maybe this isn't even a real person. Maybe, I don't know. But it says it was a comment on on episode 99, Grawlix podcast number 99, which was
the actual podcast.
It's on the YouTube, on our YouTube channel, because we have the audio only upload on there.
Yeah.
And actually, if you like, because the way YouTube does things, if you look at our YouTube channel, if you click videos, it doesn't show you the live streams.
Right. You have to go to the lives to see live.
Right. So the most recent video it shows for us is 2 years ago, and it's New Old Good Bad Movies, Grawlix podcast number 99.
Oh wow, we did Mim on 99.
Okay. But the comment is just, I miss you, man. Which at first I was like, oh, that's nice. But then the more I think about it, it's like, who though? You miss all of us?
What's
Are we all
what's
man?
the
You miss
username?
one of us? The user, and that's the other thing. The username is not anything like recognizable. It's
It
like
does not descriptive, yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's not descriptive. Pure it's PIER-M4Z. But
I got nothing off that.
Yeah, so
Pure MZ. Okay.
If first off, if you're a real person and not just a random bot, and maybe you are a real person, click the live tab. there's a lot more that we've posted in the last few years.
They'll never see this though, because this will be on the live tab.
You're right.
Unless they're watching us right now, unless they have hit that like and subscribe and hit the alert bell so that you never miss. You never miss us.
Never.
You do all those things. You'll always be alerted to when we're going live.
I don't ever use it, but I did create. I'm assuming it's through YouTube Music, the YouTube Music app specifically. I mean, you can find it on YouTube, but like these do eventually go into like a podcast feed that you can listen to on YouTube Music. So, I mean, it's just the audio of these videos, but
you just put us on while you're doing something else. That's the best way to listen to us, is to hear only little bits of it.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you do something more useful with your life. And then you can be outraged by us once in a while. It's so mad that you might comment, like just do that once in a while, or be like, I miss you, really cryptically.
I miss you, man. Maybe that's not the tone, but when I read it, that's the tone. I miss you, man. That's because that's what it says. I miss you, man.
Yeah, I miss you, man. I miss you too.
We're still here.
I don't even know if you're talking about me. I don't know.
I miss you too.
Yeah, they were overplayed.
Right.
It kind of went downhill after was it Zootopia or whatever it was. I don't know.
You too. Oh my god! It took me a second to get what you were talking about.
You know what really killed them? That was when iTunes just gave everybody an album that nobody asked for. That's what killed you too.
Ooh, that was such
a weird deal. I think everybody was like, nah, because before that they had like a huge album. They had a huge hit. That Uno Dos Tres Catorce. 1, 2, 3, 14. Nothing like Irish getting Spanish wrong.
You want to. That is such a case study in like releasing a free album. Cool. Releasing a free album and then making everyone download it. No, not cool. Like slipping it into onto their phones or their devices without their consent.
Such a nice thing. It should have been just like a nice thing that everybody's like, oh, that's cool, man. U2's awesome, right?
Wow,
but no, because of the way that it went out, it was like everybody's like, that's creepy AF. Knock it off, U2. Who do you think you are?
That's so funny. I haven't thought about that in so long. Yeah, interesting.
Well, you throw out an accidental pun and I will just run with it.
Yeah, that's true. That's your improv.
That's my superpower. That's my superpower.
That's right.
Invite me to the Hero-gasm.
I don't want to go.
No, nobody wants to go.
I guess an invite would be cool, but I'm not showing up.
Well, it was the humans in the room were like, you don't want to stay in here. You want to get out of here as soon as possible.
God. That show. Outrageous. What else? This is part of streaming where you're just like, all right. I guess big streamers probably then are like when they do have these downtimes, they're not like just staring off into space trying to figure out what to say next. They're just doing things or eating.
Like after this is what inevitably happens is like once we get off of the live stream, I'll think of like 3 things I could have vamped about.
I know.
And be like, oh yeah, I did watch that. And oh, this did happen since the last time we talked. And yeah. I mean, I guess the only other thing, but I don't have anything to say about it is like I finally got my Kickstarter rewards for that Smurfs role-playing game.
Oh yeah.
I haven't even had a chance. I haven't even gotten it out of the shrink wrap yet, but like, yeah, just the idea that there's a Smurf game. I was like, who am I actually gonna play that with? Probably nobody, but I got it. It seemed like a good idea. Like as a kid, that would have been bomb, man. Like, it's a great idea for like an entry point to role playing. I think.
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you could have because you can do lots of like storytelling things that are non-violent kind of deal. Like most of what the Smurfs do is not like punch Garfield. I almost said Garfield, a Gargamel in the face or anything. Or they might throw a kick or two, but that's not how you beat Gargamel. You got to beat Gargamel by outsmarting him, which isn't all that hard to do, but you'd still have to do it. Yeah. So it seemed to in my brain like that would be a cool game. I wish this was around when I was a kid, and that's 90% of my purchases anymore. It's like, well, this is awesome. I should have been around when I was a kid. Now I need to experience it. And then I was like, I don't have time to experience this.
I'm an adult. I don't have time for these things.
I don't have time for that. I just own it.
Yeah, that's kind of true. That's yeah. That's how they get you. They know that.
That's how they get you. Yep.
Oh, I did have something. What was it? Oh, this is random out of nowhere, but eventually we always have to go, especially if we're struggling on what to say on the show.
Doctor Who.
So that Doctor Who spinoff that we were going to get eventually that came out like a year ago or however long ago. Overseas.
Land in the Sea. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. Where's that? We're just not going to get that, are we? That's just not going to come over here.
We? They claimed it was going to hit Disney Plus at some point, but I don't know that Disney Plus cares. Will it?
I don't think we're going to get it.
That's a bummer because like people were talking about it. It must have been okay.
Right. There's been like no hold on. Was it Between the Land and the Sea, right?
Yeah, the war between the land and the sea. That's or something like that.
That's it. When America.
Yeah, When America. Maybe we won't get it because the king basically owned our president on live TV.
What was it? There was it Daily Show? I don't know. Somebody made a good point. It's like when the only person over there that's like the only person in Washington standing up for the Constitution in America and the ideals is the King of England. There's a problem. Right.
A monarch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like Disney would want to do it. They threw money at it. It was part of the whole deal. But they're also not shy about just kicking things off of Disney Plus too. So I don't know if it's like a issue of
cut
too much losses. Stuff being on the catalog. Yeah.
There's still no like reliable news. 2026. But like most of the posts about it are from at least 5 months ago. So like last year. Crazy.
Cool.
Just gonna have to, I guess, commit illegal piracy if I want to watch this show.
Illegal piracy.
Illegal
Not
piracy.
the good kind.
Yeah, it's a very
a legal one. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh well. I guess
Pirates are amazing.
pirates are amazing.
You know what
They
else
are
is
amazing.
What else?
Well,
is
what
amazing?
else is amazing?
Recycling. And up until now, it hasn't really lived up to its name, we found, which sucks. But a study led by Zhao Lu at Adelaide University has shown that solar-powered systems can convert waste plastic into hydrogen, synthetic gas, and other industrial chemicals. The goal is to create a more sustainable circular economy that gives new value to materials that have traditionally been thrown away. And with over 460 million tons of plastic being produced every year, that seems like a good place to start. So they found that it's actually more efficient to convert plastic into hydrogen than it is water, which is crazy. So, but then they still have all this other extra leftover stuff, which is where the synthetic gases and industrial chemicals comes in, which isn't great, but it's better than, poisoning the planet, I guess.
Right.
If you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
good
yeah.
news, and I'm happy about it. I'm happy people are still actually caring and doing things about it,
Yeah. That's interesting. And it reminds me of a thing. Like April was Poetry Month, and I did a poem that was kind of bonkers because I just went on a tear and did all my poems. And one of the prompts was glass. I don't think I ever went down this rabbit hole with y'all. And so I was like thinking about how all the glasses that we've broken because we have dogs and stuff. And sometimes we'll just like stack a pint glass inside of a pint glass inside of a pint glass. And then when those knock over, inevitably one, maybe two of those breaks. And I was like, glass is made out of sand, right? Or like, I know it's made out of like silica, like a smaller particle of sand, but like, do we have enough sand? Like, is it possible that we could run out of sand? And then I looked it up and it was like, we are in a shortage of silica. Because I was thinking like, there's so much glass in Walmart and there's so many Walmarts. Where's all this sand coming from? And so I looked it up and it's like, no, we're legitimately in a silica shortage. And that, like, bringing it full circle is like, one of the hardest things to recycle for some reason seems to be glass. And I don't know why.
Well, part of it, I think, is we still don't really understand glass because it's actually it's a slow moving liquid. Like, that pitch that they have in that one university somewhere where it's like a dribble drop every like 100 years or something, and they've just been watching it happen, and they started recording it because they keep missing it when it actually drops. But anyway, but glass is like that. If you leave it sitting for long enough, it will start to like droop down into whatever it's, which is crazy to me. But we also don't understand like the way that it forms the what do you call it, like lattices or whatever that it does,
like the
lattices. Thank you, baby. Yeah. I didn't, but and so yeah, we don't understand glass. It's a thing we use, but we don't know anything about it. But that's not uncommon, actually. We do that with a lot of stuff. We don't know what aspirin does.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me because it's like one of the most commonly used drugs on the planet, and we're like, we don't know what it does, just take it.
Yeah. Like, yeah,
wow.
the effect, but
yeah,
not,
but
like,
we're not we don't know how it works.
Right.
Yeah. But
I feel like somebody should know why.
They should. But if you don't have anybody to convert your plastic, another thing you can do, I was reading recently, is take the like jugs that can't be recycled, like your dish soap or laundry soap, stuff like that, those kind of containers, and just stuff all your other plastic crap in it, like wrappers and whatever, and then you make them into plastic bricks, and then they will squash them into actual like bricks, and then they use them to build stuff. I'm not sure exactly where you have to send them to have that happen, but it's a thing you could do if you want to help the planet.
Well, that is amazing.
It is amazing. Thank you.
I don't know if we should save the planet though, because I've been, kids ride free on the bus, and I kind of don't even care that the world's gonna end now because those kids are so rude and like entitled and whatever crap. It's kind of drives me insane. Not all of them necessarily, but far too many of them. Wouldn't even get up to let an old lady with a walker sit down. What is wrong with you? Sorry.
You weren't here earlier when I was going on my tirade. That probably was off camera too.
Yeah.
My tirade where I was like, I asked the class to stop talking. And I was done. I was being polite as I can be in the fourth quarter, and a kid just starts in. You can see he's ready to start in, and I'm like, don't, because he's about ready to tell me a story about why I caught him talking. I'm like, Easton, you're talking, and I told you not to talk, and he's about to retort, and I was like, I don't need a story. I need you to stop. And that was that. I was like, that's where we're at now. Yeah. Don't even start. I see you about to take a breath and vocalize. Don't.
One of the other drivers told me a story. He was driving, and there were kids scattered like blocks down the street. And one of them was like, wait for my friend. And he's like, I'm already 9 minutes late. I can't. So she stands in front of the bus until they all get up and get on the bus.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it.
When this rich couple that paid for everybody to ride free are all students, they're gonna end up having to pay way more than they thought they were going to, because these people, they'll get on to ride down the block, like one block. I don't understand it. But anyway, wow. I'm done with it.
Okay.
You guys finish off. I'm gonna go do more stuff.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
It was
nice
amazing.
To see you all.
Nice to see you.
Thank you, baby.
Yep.
Yeah. See, I let her out sometimes. She set that joke up. Well, it took a while, but there was finally some content of value on this episode.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
I do think about the plastic thing a lot because, and maybe it's partially just us, but even like if Melanie's gone for like a weekend or something, the amount of trash I alone generate is insane.
It's crazy.
And it's like,
yeah,
I thought like a big sentiment in the 90s was like, less plastic. We need to be using less plastic for things. And now like you'll buy, well, it's my fault for buying it, but like, say a 12-pack of soda where it's plastic bottles and it's all, and there's like plastic rings attached to all the bottles and it's wrapped in plastic and it's like, oh yeah. Yep. It's crazy. We just like, yeah, plastic's bad. Triple down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's the thing. And not, again, we're not a political show, but like the EPA it was funny because it was like it was on Fox News. Like sometimes Fox News will ask an actual question and throw their interviewee totally off. And it was like they were interviewing the EPA director or something. And they were like, so can you give examples of where you've maybe tightened up on emissions? And they're like, what? No, our job has been to totally deregulate everything and make money.
Yeah.
They don't say that, but they just have this deer in the headlights moment where they're like, wait, you're Fox News.
How dare you ask me that? You know that.
You know the
answer to that.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah. No.
Right.
That's the thing. Like, it is frustrating because both sides do suck in terms of the political parties.
Sure.
Because generally, like, even the other side will be like, no, we're progressive. We're gonna try to do this, and it's like, yeah, unless you're being lobbied, and essentially
nothing will move. You know,
nothing will really move.
You'll talk a big game, and then you'll be in power, and then you won't actually move to change things back. Like
Right.
this was a bad thing. Let's try to fix it. Oh, there's certain things that don't go anywhere near.
Right. Exactly. I mean, there might be little wins here or there, but it's just like it's kind of performative. But then now there's no performative anything. There's no. I mean, to be fair, they are incredibly transparent with their motivations and what they do. They don't care.
Oh yeah.
All they have
just,
to do is
they literally say they don't care.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe
like,
occasionally.
oh man, I thought we were gonna have. I thought the gas was gonna be way higher. Like you were willing,
right?
You were willing for it to just be double what it is, and it could still get there.
And them being more transparently corrupt, and I don't even know how to put it. Like, kind of evil, isn't a good thing. Either
Right.
like, be like, well, they're more transparent. It's like, yeah, but like, they're also more blatant. That's not exactly the same thing.
Right.
Well,
like, is it Donald Jr. who's getting the robotics contract? It was like he's never done anything robotics until now.
No.
He's in the what's the hotel? What's that?
I think
hospitality. They call it hospitality services or whatever. Like that's the business he's in.
I think the word you're looking for is laundering. Laundering,
right?
Is the business he's in.
But I mean, like that's the thing is like you wouldn't get that contract if your name wasn't Trump. Like it's blatant. They're just not, you know. I mean, like they were talking about dang near. They were talking some big game against our current governor Pillen about awarding a contract to some friends, but you know, Trump's son getting a huge government contract for robotics doesn't even raise an eyebrow.
Blatant crypto scams that are like endorsed by Trump and various people in his family. What was the one obvious thing that he just whatever, it doesn't matter, there's too many to point to. I mean, we're not political, this isn't a political show.
Oh, we're gonna be shadow banned for this episode.
Oh no, that one bot won't be able to find us and tell us that he misses us, man.
Well, now we miss you too, because we'll never hear from you again.
Legitimately, if you're not a bot, thanks for the sentiment.
You're actually worried about this. You're like, well, I keep calling him a bot, but I mean, know that guy.
At least it's a nice bot, maybe, or maybe they're
for
trying
real,
to manipulate.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. It's a good phishing scam, man. I miss you.
right.
Yeah, it isn't like the just random hello, your first name, and we're like, I am not messaging you back.
Or like on YouTube.
I got one like that the other day. I was like, there is no universe in which I am responding to just a cold call. Hello, first name.
Did it just
even
say
if I supposedly know you? It was just it didn't say first name. It just said hello, Jesse. And I was like, nope.
Oh, I hate the like text messages where it's just like it's from a random number. It's just like, hey, hello, or it's been a long time, and it's like, if you don't say who you are, I am not responding.
No.
And if you WhatsApp, I hate WhatsApp because you have to use your phone number, and I feel like a lot of that generates from WhatsApp. The people just like spamming different numbers, maybe through the app, maybe not. I don't know, to see who bites. And I don't do it.
Who bites? Thursday bites.
Thursday bites. And it can get bitten.
Can get bitten.
Get bit.
Get bit.
Get bitten.
Get bitten. That's it.
All right. Yeah, I guess let's wrap this. You got anything? You got anything interesting?
No. The main thing is I'm going to Okamicon in July.
Right. Okay. God, July, is that?
Otherwise, nothing new.
Is that next month already? No, thank God.
No, thank God.
June is still
that, and I
far.
did submit some poetry. I did get another acceptance letter. Those are the only things, but those things are down the road too. So I'll give out more information when something materializes. Otherwise, you can search me up on Drive-Through Fiction and check out my stuff. Like I did put my Cheru's, my very first short story on there. It's digital only though.
Okay, let me double check real quick. I have been putting, yeah, in the last couple of live streams, including this one on YouTube right now. There is a link to that in the description.
Oh, awesome!
I've been making sure to leave that in there.
Thank you.
Yep. Since Helix Rock Radio.
Oh yeah, Edge of the Abyss. Are you what were you?
I'm still doing
Untidy?
Yes, it moved over to Untidy Radio. Saturdays in our time at noon, which it says something about me, but that is a stretch whether I'll be awake at Saturday on Saturdays at noon. So I've been pre-recording them, but honestly, like they're not any different. In fact, they're better than the live stream because I basically record it like I'm doing a live stream, but then edit it to kind of clean myself up a little bit. But yeah, so that goes out Saturdays now, the new episodes at noon Central Time. But on Tidy Radio, it's on tidyradio.com, by the way, UNTIDY. They are UK based. So their time, it runs 6 p.m. Saturday evening, which is a pretty good time slot. It replays Monday at some point. And then also my new show, I think this is an off weekend. It's every other weekend. But my new show also runs on Tidy Radio every other weekend on Saturdays as well. And that's Bit Rot.
Not on Thursdays, which can get bit. It's not a Bit Rot.
It should be Thursdays where, Bit Rot Thursdays get bit and rot. I don't know.
That's rotten.
Thursdays are rotten.
Thursdays are rotten. They can get bit.
Yeah, that's it. Whatever. On Tiny Radio is cool. They do cool stuff. It's quite a variety of stuff. Not to say you're never going to find some butt rock on there, but I'd say 98% less butt rock than you'd hear on Helix Rock Radio. Not throwing shade. People love it.
Yeah. Facts.
Just facts. Butt rock. I don't know when that term came to be, but I remember the first time I heard it and I was like, wait, what's butt rock? And then I like see, like Nickelback and stuff like that. And it's like, that's perfect. It's perfect term.
Yeah.
Also single dad rock is I've seen it referred to before. It's like that. Yeah, that tracks too. As we've gotten older, single dad rock.
Sure. Yeah.
Basically radio
Deadbeat
rock.
Dad rock.
Yeah, when we were younger. Deadbeat dad rock. Yeah. That could be a purge comment, but I don't think anybody's listening right now anyway. So. All right. Well, thanks, Jesse. This has been fun.
Yeah. Always a pleasure.
So how you doing? I don't ask that anymore since it's
how you doing? Yeah.
So we're about all right. We were about ready to start the show now. This is how we do live.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching, thanks everybody for listening. Check out more Grawlix podcasts at grawlixpodcast.com, GRAWLIX podcast.com. And hit the YouTube channel. That's where you're going to hear us. That's where we're streaming every week now.
Yep.
But yeah, have a great weekend. Thursdays can get bit and bent and rot.
Bit and rot.